Hi guys, and welcome back to Creative Pet Keeping. This is Banana the Border Collie, and together we will show you how to make a DIY Charizard outfit for Halloween or Pokemon Go hunting adventures. This is a pretty easy to wear outfit that your doggy can wear and walk around in for Halloween trick-or-treating adventures, or when you're out and about catching all the Pokemons, because you know, gotta catch them all. Let's get started. So the materials you're going to need is a t-shirt that is bright orange. I got a kid's size t-shirt at Michael's. I also got some felt in pink and white for the teeth, eyes, and inside the mouth. Some orange foam that will be the base of everything. I got some yellow material for the tummy, some glue sticks, a glue gun, scissors. I got fabric fuse, but you don't really need that one. I also got wire cutters. I ended up using a different wire. I thought I would need a ruler, but actually I didn't end up using it. These are all my popsicle sticks I use as a base. You need some pens or markers to draw with. All the things. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, I also got another t-shirt that was turquoise and another orange one for extra materials. Those I got in the size extra large, so I had a lot of fabric to work with. So what we're going to start with first is measure out, kind of draw out the tummy part for the Charizard tummy, which is a nice yellow color. So you want to draw out a little pattern so you get a rough idea of how big you want it. Then you're going to cut it out and attach it to your shirt. Now, if you would like, you can just do this and you will pretty much have a Charmander. So if it's difficult, you're running out of time and you want something super simple for your dog, just do this and you will be fine. Now, since this shirt is super big, especially around the tummy, around the chest it's fine, but around the tummy it's pretty small. I ended up cutting out a small chunk and then I'm gonna attach it together just to make the tummy part a little thinner so it's not hanging too loosely on Banana. This is totally optional for your dog. One way to bypass this is you can just get a doggy sweater or a doggy shirt. That's a better fit for the dog that will save you a lot of time. So I just glued these together. One tip that I have when gluing fabric together is have some sort of plastic in between the t-shirt so that you don't glue the t-shirt together with the back. You can also use a cardboard for it, and here I was using hot glue. Fabric glue works just as well, but hot glue is just so simple, so simple. So use a popsicle stick to smooth out all the bumps and attach it together. This will help keep your fingers safe from getting burnt and injured. Safety first, guys. Then you want to glue on the tummy part. You can go section by section once again. Use the popsicle stick to smooth everything out, just so that it ensures that you don't get any bumps or, you know, ugliness. And you can kind of stop there after you've glued on the entire tummy. If you would like just a basic Charmander outfit for yourself or your dog, this could actually work for you or kids as well. So the beginning of this tutorial applies for everybody. But yeah, pat it on, make sure it's secure, and we can move on to more adventures. Now this is completely optional, but I did use the fabric glue to seal the edges of the tummy part because the material that I was using had really loose fibers and it was coming apart. So I didn't want it to start ripping or getting caught on anything. So I ended up putting the fabric glue on the edges. Now, if you do that, be sure to let that glue dry overnight because it does take a long time to dry. Next, you want to draw out the basic wing design. It helps to have a reference that you can look at. And don't worry if you mess up a couple times. I ended up redrawing this twice. Just take your time and do your very best. Cut out 2 sets of wings and also trace your wings again on some foam and cut out the edges that you will put on top of the wings. When later on we glue on the fabric, these little edges that you can see that I put on top will help cover up the fabric, and it also kind of gives the wings a nice 3D effect. when you do cut out your edges, you will have this extra leftover piece, and you will end up putting this on top of the fabric for your template for the inside. So put your wings over the fabric, trace 2 pieces, and cut them out. This way, when you put them over your original wing, you can put the edge piece right on top and kind of try out, make sure it fits, and it will cover up the edges and look pretty awesome, just like this. Then you're going to glue it on. An optional part is to glue on a line in the middle that will create a little texture in the wing, kind of like a little vein. Once you put a line of glue there, use your nail or some sort of sharp object to attach the fabric to the side, but don't press on the divot itself. And as you can see, it makes this cool little 3D detail. Oh, and Mookie had to come say hi. To make the details pop even more, you can use a marker that's a very light color, or some paint if you would like to dip in water, and add some shading. This is totally optional, but will kind of make all the edges and all the details stand out. So as you can see here, I shaded everything. It's the little things that, you know, make it kind of cooler looking. You can also, I think you could probably use some chalk pastels if you would like as well to do the shading. But remember, use a very light color because you don't want to overdo it. It's easier to build up and go from lighter to dark than, you know, put on too dark and then you don't know what to do to fix it pretty much. For better wing support, I got 2 popsicle sticks and I'm gonna line on the edges. You can also use wire if you want to make your wings more posable. And I will also use some extra foam as well before I glue on the edges for that extra support. This will allow your wings to hold their shape a little better, but the little pieces in between will allow your wing to still move and flap around. So here I'm showing you the sped up version of working on the second wing. I started out with cutting the material for the base back, and then I prepared the second piece so that I can hot glue all the edges on. I figured I'll try to record this from a different angle so you guys can get a better idea of how to do this. Once again, I'm using the popsicle stick to smooth on all the edges so that it kind of adheres without bumps, except for the little middle part where I actually do want a bump to form. I used an orange marker to add some details and shadows to the wings, just as a little bonus detail. You don't really have to do this, it's an extra step. Then I cut out some pieces for the back of the wings as yet another extra detail that is totally optional but does look pretty cool. Now I'm going to attach the wings to Banana's harness, so for me to do that I needed to make a base. I took a wire and ended up gluing it to some foam on both sides and covering it. This would be the base that I would end up later on gluing clips to that I can clip to her harness. I totally forgot to film this part, but you have to hot glue the clips onto the base so that way you can clip the wings to your harness. Now for the head, I didn't really have a good tutorial because I was kind of figuring it out as I went and experimenting. I was shaping the foam using heat on the stove. If you're gonna do that, be sure to use parental supervision if you are young. But attach some cones to a roughly circular shape that will be the head, and make sure to reinforce it so it doesn't squish, and kind of try to start to shape it in the shape of Charizard's face. I did end up adding a little piece in the back. This will kind of help support everything and also give a little spot to lean at the back of the head. Now another part I didn't film was me constantly trying it on Banana's face, so be sure to try it on your dog, kind of measure it out just to see how if it fits. and keep altering it so this will fit your dog's face. And here I am cutting out the mouth, and I was going to start experimenting with attaching the mouth nose part to the mask. So this is totally experimental, guys. I was trying stuff out. So at this point I have a basic head. I ended up using glue from the glue gun to add a little more texture for the parts where the eyes are and the nose. And then I covered it with some extra fabric. I ended up gluing it on with the hot glue gun. This will cover up any of the mistakes that you have made and also kind of give your Charizard a cool texture to its skin. So this is what you're going to start to have. I ended up cutting the extra pieces and gluing them over into the inside. I ended up putting some pieces to support the outside, and it's kind of like a really derpy shape. Doesn't look that cool yet, but kind of looks like a Charizard, and as we add the details, it will start to look better. Next, glue some of the pink felt on the inside of the mouth. You can also glue on some felt teeth in the front. Little teeth. Use some extra white felt and some cardboard or colored paper for the eyes, and also some extra foam for the eyebrows, and glue gun them on. I ended up drawing on the irises. Lastly, you want to fold up some extra t-shirt straps and hot glue gun together, and you're going to glue them on each side of the mouth so you can tie on the head. You can also use elastic for this if you prefer. To attach the wings, feel out where your dog's harness is under the shirt, and cut out 2 slits so you can clip on the clips to your harness. So here is the complete product with the wings clipped on and Banana being such an awesome model. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this outfit. It was so much work, but I think it's so worth it. I definitely would like to go Pokemon hunting with her, and now her little flame tail matches with her entire outfit. So if you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to share this video with all your friends all over Facebook and social media so that everyone can see this awesomeness, and in the comments below let me know what's your favorite Pokemon. Banana's such a good model. If you already haven't, be sure to hit that subscribe button, become a part of the Creative Critters, and check out the over 100 awesome pet related videos on my channel.